And I see we're just recording. So if you guys have seen the chat, we just have a little question on the chat. Just get it. Audience participation is always a very good thing. And we just want to know where you are dialing in from. And so where you're located in the world, in Cameroon, what city, and just to have a little about yourself. So thank you so much for making the time to be here today. I know everyone's time is very valuable. So I just want to start with that. And I also wanted to say, my thanks and gratitude to each and every one of you for being part of the Open Dreams program and really the Open Dreams family, if I could say that. So my name is Hans Kohlberg. Many of you guys might have heard about me. I know I haven't met everyone here in the chat, and I'm seeing a lot of new names and new faces, which is always a really good thing. And I just wanted to let you know a little about my background. I've been one of the co-founders here, along with Blaze, Christina, and really with our champion James over the last 10 years almost, with Open Dreams and really bringing forth a lot of opportunities to students like yourself, students that are striving diligently to work very hard, to do everything that you can to succeed, and to bring really the opportunities that so many of your peers who have gone through the program, the alumni of Open Dreams, have received. And many times, that ends up being in a university, ends up being in college, but other times it ends up being accumulation of a lot of different skills. And whether those skills are technical skills, such as computer programming, writing skills, public speaking skills, and really a whole plethora of different types of skills that we really try to stress here at Open Dreams. So when we had the idea of Open Dreams, just a very short, it feels like a short time ago, but it was 10 years ago now. The idea was really to open the doors, if you can dream it, you can achieve it, in terms of universities. And we know that going to college, whether it's in Cameroon or elsewhere, it really is your ticket to success in a lot of different ways in life. There's so many more opportunity sets that open up, once you get your college degree, and once you have, that base of education. But we know that not everybody gets a chance to do that, whether that's for financial reasons, which is a very big one, whether it's from exclusion, maybe you just didn't get into the universities that you would have liked to. Maybe, but a lot of times it's really not knowing how to actually apply to universities, how to actually, sit down, write applications, take the SAT. A lot of our students, before they come to this, they don't know anything about the SAT, in fact. And then there's further skills, such as interview skills, that you need to do to really gain that full scholarship that we really want each and everyone to get. In reality, not everybody will get that, and that's never a promise. It's always the ambition, it's always the goal. And so, with that backdrop, we are proud and we're really happy today. And for those that are watching the recording, maybe later on, we're very, very proud and excited to really launch what we've called internally Project Moon. And that name kind of came about because we really believe in shooting for the stars, or shooting for the moon. Sorry about that. Shooting for the moon, and you'll land among the stars. And it's a cliche. It's a saying, but we do believe that you have to set your ambitions high. If you set them too low, you can calibrate your efforts accordingly. But if you set them very high, if you set them audacious goals, and we have some scholars here who have gone on to enroll in Ivy League universities, and those are, I would say, audacious goals. Those are bold goals that you would really want to strive for. But if you set them very high, then you can't achieve. However, we know that there are some tools, there are some things that you do need, that are out of your control, that will help your success. And everything we've done with Open Dreams is really trying to bring that together, whether that's the mentorship part of our platform, whether it's really getting you to take those SAT scores or take those SAT tests, write those letters of recommendation, which you need. A lot of those are out of your control. And what we're trying to do is actually bring those to you in a digital format. So Open Dreams, we know we've always operated with a few different centers, starting in Bamenda, now in Yaoundé, now in a lot of different places. But the fact is, trying to scale that way is very finite. You can only reach a maximum capacity. There's a ceiling that you really can't expand. We can't expand as an organization and reach not just hundreds, but thousands, and then eventually tens of thousands of students, hundreds of thousands of students around the world. And that's not, confined to just Cameroon. It's your peers and in all countries around the world. And so that's the genesis, and that's the origin of Project Moon. And so what is Project Moon? It's really encapsulating all of the information, all of the best teachings, best learnings, that we've understood, that we've learned, what makes a successful Open Dreams student, and bringing that to you virtually via an online course. So via internet, as long as you have an internet access, at the very least, you can access the bare minimum. I wouldn't say the core curriculum of Open Dreams, because everything that we teach in this course is called the Open Dreams University and Scholarship Preparedness Path. That's exactly what it is. We really try to make sure that you are well equipped, you're very knowledgeable, you understand all the information that will get you from here to the stars that you're really shooting for. And so we've invited a few of the creators of this program. And so when we were coming up with this, it was important to all of us that our alumni themselves, those that are sitting in your shoes right now, were the ones that are actually teaching you, because they've actually been through, what it takes to succeed in this type of effort. And so they know very very intimately how it feels, how it feels to be in your shoes, and maybe you're at different starting points in your journey. Maybe some of you are already applying for universities, but no matter where you are in that journey, hopefully some or all of the lessons that you'll learn in this course will help you along the way. And so with that being said, I'm going to talk a little more about the course, but I do want to introduce a couple of the co-creators who are here today. Kinlo is here, as well as Mohammed. So I'm going to introduce them and have them speak in that order. Kinlo, would you want to come on and go ahead and give your thoughts? Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Sir Hans, for the opportunity. So hello, everyone. I'm very, very happy to be with you all here. So my name is Kinlo Ephraim, and I'm an Open Dreams scholar. I was part of a team coming up with Project Moon. So I handled the ICT mathematics section, and I just want to share a little bit of my experience joining Open Dreams and eventually being where I am right now. So the first time I met Open Dreams, I joined, was two years ago. I must really say this. I'm actually very positively jealous about you all with the exposure you have now, because some of us we have made mistakes. We have learned from our own mistakes, but Project Moon is coming to give you that straight path towards success without letting you to make mistakes. So that's really why I say I'm really jealous. So now the truth is, some of us were actually brought up the mentality that certain things are done by special set of people. But after I joined Open Dreams and experiencing the summer academy, my mindset actually changed. And you all are having that opportunity to experience summer academy virtually, no matter where you are. So I was opportune because I was in Yaoundé, and when I went to the center, I met scholars who were so welcoming. I met Mohammed, and the way Mohammed received me at the center, explaining everything to me, I felt at home. And after that, I wanted to just be coming to the center, to the Open Dream Center, always. And so luckily that year I got into the summer academy. And after experiencing the summer academy, I went for to launch my own initiative. So I really want to say this is an opportunity you cannot afford to miss, and make great use of it. The program is done in such a way that you can always interact. There are sections in which you can ask your questions. If you're faced with any difficulties, you can put in the comment section. And as always, you can actually meet us in person directly for us to help you. So thank you very much, Sir Hans. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you, Kinlo. Thank you so much. And Kinlo has certainly been a driving force in really helping Project Moon get off the ground and really providing that fuel to lift our rockets. So he's done a few of the sections within the course. And so once you sign up and once you start taking it, you'll see his shining face there. Mohammed, would you like to come on? So Mohammed, I think might not need any introduction, but he's one of our shining stars coming to you from Massachusetts at Harvard University here.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for the introduction. Hi, everyone. I am Mohammed Munye. I am an open dream scholar, as you all, and a freshman at Harvard University. Basically, it's Harvard College, but yeah. So we are here today to talk about the finally launched Project Moon, a project on which we've been working for the past, 4 months, like since April. Every scholar has been very much invested into the project because all of us are very much interested in helping as much as possible. Because when we are here attending our lectures, we almost have no time for essay reviews, we almost have no time for mentorship. But knowing that we have a platform set like a full platform on which you guys can be able to sit on your own and follow up what is going on. That is really a success for us. So that's the reason why we've been really working hard to make this platform come true. So as Ephraim said already, he described a couple of sections on the Project Moon, and I think Hans will go over them in details again. So I just worked on a couple of sections as well, including the common app. So in some of the videos, you see me, you see Ephraim as well as other scholars. So basically, you guys, as Ephraim said, you guys are very much advantaged because you don't have the constraint to be in a you don't have the constraint to be like in a specific geographic location. Like during our years, we needed to be at the center all the time. Do well to go to the center, of course, but now you have this platform made for you guys. You can access the resources of the platform wherever you find yourself. If you have any issue, as Ephraim said, you can just drop the questions in the comment section of the platform, and then or you can come to the center or drop your questions in the group. You always have people will be available to answer your questions. So yeah, basically, as I said, Sir Hans will go through specificities of the platform. And then, yeah, you guys are very, very fortunate to have this, and we hope this project will go a long way to help not just Open Dream scholars, but Cameroonians and a greater population and audience in general. So yeah, I think that's all I just wanted to say. Back to you, sir.
Actually, before you go, Mohammed, can I ask you a question? In
Okay.
terms of, in terms of what you think the potential for Project Moon will be, and for this course, what is your vision? What do you believe? How many people can it reach, and where can it go?
I mean, it's a very amazing project, and as I told you, the team behind the project has been very awesome as well. Everyone's so much invested, and I would say before this project, when you needed mentorship, when you needed assistance on some part of your application, you needed to like drop a message in the group, wait for someone to decide to answer, or if you needed like specific answers to your question that you need maybe a mentor or a certain kind of orientation, you won't get that as soon as you might need it. This project has helped to put aside, like to put together all these resources, all the basic resources, from introduction to what college application is like. It's about introduction about the SAT, how to go about the SAT, and all the resources you need to complete your application. So having all these resources put together in one platform, and which is not constrained by the limit of people, by the number of people who can have access to it, by the geographic location or whatsoever, it's really, really amazing. Added to the fact that we've made this possible to be, and for everyone to get access to it. If you have, like, depending on your family situation, your financial situation, you can have access. No matter your financial situation, you can have access to the platform. So I really believe that this platform will go a long way to help many, many, many more people out there as far as getting admissions, and more generally knowing more about the scholarship application journey is concerned. Because I would say, graduating from high school 2 years ago, I knew nothing about it. So I fell in the trap that is having to learn everything when I got into Open Dreams. So I think this platform will be very, very much useful. So it's very great, I think so.
All right, Mohammed, thank you for being a shining example and a leading light, and thank you for paving the way for so many other students, to follow your path and follow the path of others. So appreciate it. Thanks for making time. So thank you so much again for Kinlo and Mohammed. There's been many more people who have been involved, and you'll see them in the course. You'll see them in the curriculum themselves, as they'll all make an appearance, and you'll see everyone's face that all contributed to Open Dreams. And I'll take you now through a little bit of the course curriculum, and really give you a highlight overview of really what you will be seeing in this course. But before I do that, I know we have about 25 people on the call here, so wanted to stop to see if there's any questions from the group so far on based on anything that we've talked about. If there's any questions, feel free to either raise your hand or go ahead and drop it in the chat, or even come on the mic and let us know your question. And I will say, at Open Dreams, we do encourage active participation and active questions, because the foundation of learning is really asking questions. That's the number one thing that you have to do as a learner. And so don't be shy, don't be bashful. There's no wrong questions, there's no stupid questions either. In fact, whatever question you might have in your mind, feel free to. It might help someone else. It might be the same question as other people are thinking. So we'll give you a few more seconds here before I'll move on.
There is one question in the chat.
Okay.
If I go on and answer.
Yes, I see that. Thank you, Ronald, for asking this in the chat. so when are we paying the fees for Project Moon? That's a very good question. First of all, the course in and of itself, it is $100, and so that is, I know, a price that's way too high for anyone to pay. Here it might be something that's completely out of range, out of pocket. However, we have free vouchers. Anybody attending here today, anyone watching this later, you're able to apply for a free basic coupon code that will get you free access to the course. There is a Google form that I think some of you, I've seen some of your names have actually inputted, but James, I don't know if you want to drop that form in the chat here. We'll also probably circulate it on email or other means, but in terms of gauging your interest, please go ahead and fill out that form. I've noticed that we haven't been collecting the email addresses, and for some reason the emails, we only have 4 people, but I see that we've had at least 20 people sign up for that form. And so please go ahead, if you've already filled it out, please fill it again, because I think we haven't collected your email address, and that's really the way that we're going to get you the codes that you need. But in terms of fees, it's all based on need, and really, do you need a free voucher? Can you pay the equivalent of $20? I don't have my CFA calculator here, but in terms of different prices, different price range, what we do want, and what Open Dreams is really really built upon, is really giving you access to opportunity, and whether that opportunity means coming to our centers, using the resources there, or gaining access to this course, given that not everyone can actually physically be in one location. We'll do everything that we can to make sure that you have everything that you need to succeed. I guess the 2 criteria: you have to have at least a phone, or if not a computer, and then internet access. And so those are the fees. There's different breakdown, but Ronald, thank you for asking that question. I see another question from Api Albright. So will Project Moon run in the form of several Zoom meetings? The answer is no. Short answer is no to that. Essentially, you can think of it as a series of Zoom meetings that have already been recorded, pre-recorded. Their videos, essentially, you'll be watching videos from Open Dreams alumni and scholars that will take you through the entire journey of applying to universities, of filling out scholarships, applications, of writing essays, of getting that recommendation, then interviews, as well as English language exams. So whether that's Duolingo or even TOEFL. So no, the answer is we will not be conducting any Zoom meetings. This is really designed to be to really be determined. As long as you have time and capacity to finish the course, you can do that in as short as, I believe, a week. I don't know how many hours of coursework it is, but there's certainly a lot of different lessons that you can go through. And so, yes. Delphine, you're asking, hello, is Project Moon going to embark on modular system or semester system? This is a modular approach. We're going from a module to module, and we're not confined by the constraints of time. I think time is one of those finite things that we don't have an infinite amount of. No one can really create more time that I know of. But in terms of knowing that, we want to make sure that this course is accessible to you, as easy and flexible that is required to actually fit in your schedule. And so If that means that you maybe are going to school 8 hours a day, you have coursework, and then you only have maybe 30 minutes a day to do this course, you can fit it in those 30 minutes. However, if you're focused on, just getting into universities and really doing this full time, then you could be doing this for hours a day. So it's really dependent on you. And that's really important for us at Open Dreams. We believe that everything, those goals that you set for yourself, and really it's you answering to your own self. We're not going to hold you to any standards that are any higher than what you set for yourself. Those goals are are really self-determined. We believe in self-determination, and so what we're doing is really allowing you and empowering you to actually go out and determine your own path and your own time schedule, your own availability. There's no graded test here, so we're not taking any kind of scores. Ultimately, the only score that matters at the end of the day is really whether you fulfill your own goals. And so what we're doing is really giving you the tools you need to do that. Okay. I see Mr. Akaba James has just posted the form again. So please fill that out. And I think if you did already, there's really the email address that might be missing. And Stannis, I see that you just came in. Yes, we do have access to the record. We are recording this, and so we'll get it to you and everyone else. All right. With that being said, feel free to ask any other questions, but I'll give you a tutorial, just a high-level overview of what Open Dreams, the course, looks like. So again, this is, okay, Mohammed, do you have a question?
Not really a question. I just wanted to clarify something. So as you guys will be going through the course, you see like a couple of, the course is presently limited to a couple of main concepts that we judged useful and essential for your path towards achieving and obtaining that scholarship you're looking for. So this project is like, I would say, is not finished, because we intend to keep implementing, we intend to keep increasing, improving the curriculum with time, like adding a couple of things like extracurricular activities, leadership and things like that. So with time, we intend to keep improving and making your experience through the platform better and better. So that's just what I wanted to say. So this course is subject to modifications and improvements so as to include all aspects of scholarship application you might think of.
Thank you. That was a very important addition. Thank you, Mohammed, for mentioning that. And yes, exactly what Mohammed said. This is really just the baseline curriculum of what we believe are the basic essentials that you need if you want to navigate this path to a university and to a scholarship. However, we know that that's not everything. And we know that giving you guys skills and giving you guys other coursework, such as, programming or entrepreneurship or, how to make an impact is really important and really valuable. And so just as you yourself will always be self-improving, hopefully, we as Open Dreams as an organization will always be improving. And this being one of the outlets of Open Dreams, will still continue to evolve over time and improve and hopefully add a lot more content than what you see here. And so, once you get the link and once you get the course, you can go ahead and let's see if I can go back to the home. So there's a way to sign up that is, there's a way to sign up. So you'll go ahead and sign up. You'll give your email address, and then you'll get to the payment options. And once you have that coupon code, that's where you'll enter that payment option, to go ahead and access the course for free. or for whatever amount that you need. And so again, we don't want, if you can't actually pay for this, then we don't want you paying for this. We want to let you know that this can be accessed by free for free. Mohammed, do you have another question or another comment?
Yeah, another comment. I just think it would be useful if we can just make a demonstration of how to go about about getting to this platform from the link, like from the link and the coupon code. If we can just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can go. Okay.
So just click on the button to your, how do I say, the icon to your right, top right, under edit. Yeah,
Yeah.
log out. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So when you see the course for the first time, this is the URL, open-streams.academy.teachable. It is hosted on a platform called Teachable. You'll see a little about Open Dreams here. Some of these are people. There's Mohammed himself that have helped make this course available. And so when you get to this part down here, you'll see enroll now. You'll see it costs $100. However, as you know, we don't necessarily want to charge anyone that can't pay for this. So then once you get here, you'll see this green button that says purchase course. And you'll see a little preview down here. Purchase course option, you can read a little about it. And then you want to enroll. And once you enroll, you will be taken to a payment page. And so this page is where you will add your coupon code right here. And the coupon code, let me see. There's different coupon codes, but I'll go ahead and skip that for now. But you'll go ahead and buy. This one won't buy because it's asking for a coupon code. So that is that's how you access your free account. I'll go ahead and try to log in to get back to the course. One second. Yeah. All right. So I have a coupon code. It'll look fairly long. This is an alphanumeric that is fairly long. And go ahead and apply that. And now you'll see that it is, it's discounted $100. So now it's 0. And we're going to get this for free. And I don't know why this is not letting me log in.
Oh, so I think you already created an account with this email address,
Yeah.
so you can just go on and log in with the email address.
Yeah, and I am. Let me. It's not letting me log in for some reason. I think it's 1 second. Just be 1 second here. While Okay, well, we are getting this back up and running. Any other questions from the group? Okay. All right, I'll reshare my screen and here we go. So once you enter in the code, you'll be taken here. You'll see that it's 0% incomplete. And you'll go ahead and just start. So really at the very beginning, you'll have a little overview, some welcome introductions, who we are.
Hi, everybody. While we are trying to get back, while Hans is trying to get back on, if you have any question, you can just ask your question. If you want to drop in the chat, do that, and or you want to raise your hand and ask your question.
I'm sorry, everyone. My computer just decided to restart, so I'm just getting back online, but I'm logged back in.
Hi, Ephraim.
Hi, Kinlo.
Hello, sir.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry about that technical difficulty. So um, I'm back online. My computer decided to restart.
okay.
I can go ahead and reshare. That's okay.
Okay. It's okay, sir. I'll stop sharing.
But before we do at 24 divided by 7 is 2. You write 2 on top. 2 multiplied by 7 is 4. Bring down 4. So the answer will be 1. Remainder 4.
Is there a question, or if everyone can just be on mute? That's all right. Okay. All right. So everyone, I'm sorry before I got kicked off. This is the course. This is kind of how it looks like. This is the the first part where you will be. I'm sorry, I'm hearing some background noise. If Melvis, I believe you might be unmuted. You'll see a little about Open Dreams and what's what we're about. We want to set expectations, which 1 second. So one of the things that you'll have to do is complete every single section to continue. And so you won't be able to go forward unless you're actually completing and continuing. So we want you to read every single section, understand what it's about, and then I believe it at the bottom, or rather at the top here, you can actually go ahead and complete and continue. And so you'll see that we have a few different main sections. We have the SAT section, which is a scholastic aptitude test. That involves, an overview, reading, writing, mathematics, and then there's also a lot of different attachments and forms that you'll have, documentations. Then it's really the English language proficiency exam, so both Duolingo as well as TOEFL. And again, I can't access this because I haven't finished the previous lessons. So I have to go through every single one. So we'll pretend that I'm actually doing this, and then we'll get to kind of go through. You'll have the introduction to math, writing, reading, mathematics, which I believe that was Kinlo, yours truly there. And then we'll have an evaluation. So this evaluation, it's not really a test. It's really just a short quiz to make sure that you are actually understanding everything that is being asked on the test. And so you have to get at least, I believe, 50% right. See if I get this right. Oh, got that wrong. And you'll have to complete every single section to continue. So I believe you have to get at least 50% right. I can retake the quiz, or I can go ahead and complete and continue, and go on to the next section. So again, it's not really a test. It's really just making sure that you are paying attention. And so everything flows sequentially. After English language proficiency, you'll have another evaluation. Then you'll have essay writing, which is very, very important, not only in university applications, but also, overall, writing a personal statement is something that you should be able to do, when you're applying for universities, but it'll be helpful to even orient your own goals in your own life, and really understand, where you've been, what your background is, and really where you want to go. Is something that we take a lot of pride in here at Open Dreams. So essay writing is important. And then college admissions process. And this really gets into the nitty gritty of, what is it and how do you actually go about it? And we know from getting from point A to point Z is very difficult, and it's very unknown in terms of how to do that. And so we want to make that as easy as possible. There's applying to US universities as well. And then eventually, so let me go back. Eventually after US universities, then we get into scholarship interviews. And so this is really a point in the process where you have written excellent essays, you have really good recommendations, and you already have got an entry into a university itself. At that point in time, it all comes down to really getting a scholarship, and what interviewers are looking for, what schools are looking for, is someone who is passionate, someone who has a purpose, someone who is poised as well, because there's a lot of pressure for interviews, and someone who can really represent the type of student that they're looking for. And as we know, as over 200 students know, getting into university is not easy, but there are opportunities. And so so those interviews are really important. You can check that out, and those are from people who have gone through the process themselves. And then you have the course conclusion, some final assessments, some final things you should know. At the very end, you will be getting the certificate as well. And so this is one of the things that we want to make sure that you can put on your CV, your resume, that you have done this entire curriculum. Again, there's not a test, and there's really not, we're not giving a diploma, really. It's really just a certification of completement, but it does hopefully give you a sense of all that knowledge, all that base knowledge that you need to really navigate this very difficult path. And then there's a few other things that we'll say that you can look at, but that really is the conclusion of the curriculum. So 6 main sections, and again, we will be adding more to this in the short future. I don't not saying when we will, but we will at some point in time. And so that is the overview of the Open Dreams University and Scholarship Preparedness Path. With that, I'm sure there might be a lot of questions, and feel free to ask anything. You can ask in the chat, or you can ask. You can go ahead and raise your hand. So are there any questions from the group? Testing just to make sure you guys can hear me. James or Mohammed, is there any? Okay, there is one question. Thank you, Hosias or Josias. Besides the courses, do you guys plan on adding tests just to make sure students grasp what they learn? Yes, we can, and we can certainly do that. Going forward, I mean, we have short quizzes at the very least. The one thing that we know is we don't want this to be seen as kind of you have to know everything perfectly inside and out, and so there's not really a perfect score when you think about getting into university and really doing everything you need. And the other thing is we don't want to make false promises either. Completing this course certainly doesn't mean that you're getting into university. There's a lot of things that have to fall along the way, that have to fall in your favor. But in terms of giving you those tools, that's really what we want to do in this course. But yeah, it is a self-paced plan, Delphine, as he said. We really believe that with internet and with a medium, a phone or a computer, you can really access all of the information, all of the wealth of knowledge that we've really gathered over the years. This is an accumulation of 10 years in the making almost. And that's saying a lot because it was always our overarching goal of how to actually make Open Dreams a lot more scalable. And you just can't do that if we're trying to build centers in each and every location. This is a way that we want to make it really modular. We want to make it fit and customized to your schedule. And so again, if you have time, you can do this in a week. It doesn't take, we don't have structured course, structured test or anything. So Ronald is asking, is the access to the courses based on the pricing? No. So the course, there's one and only course. It really is, the same information for every single person who pays whatever amount that they can pay. And again, we do take an honor system. If you can't pay at all, that's totally fine. If you can pay everything, that's fine as well. We're gathering a little bit of information from the Google form that hopefully many of you have filled out, but that's the only assessment that we have. We don't really have anything else to base that on. And furthermore, every single information, again, access to opportunity and equalizing that access to opportunity is really the pillar of Open Dreams. And whether that opportunity lies in universities at all, or if that opportunity means being able to learn how to write a good essay and then taking that to your next step and taking that to wherever that is. There's foundational skills that you will learn through Open Dreams, through this curriculum, that actually can be applied in many other areas of your life. And so it's not a failure by any means if you don't get a university scholarship, if you don't get into a college, because by virtue of actually going through this program, you're already putting yourself on the path to success. And that's something that I really want to underline and reiterate, is that you just will have so much more potential just by virtue of spending the hours that it will take to complete this course. And again, learning from those that have been in your shoes was really important, for us in making this curriculum. And so that's how we designed it with all the alumni contributing. It's really been a team effort, and really a true testament to Open Dreams and the family that we have. We were all, just to give you a background on the course, we were all meeting on Saturdays, some of us early Saturday mornings, some of us Saturday afternoons, but really spending a lot of time and effort and working in groups as well, to make sure that you guys had all the information that everyone else has benefited from in a lot of ways. So any other questions from the group? I see that's it from the chat. James, do you have any questions? You might have questions. Or maybe some comments, maybe some words of inspiration to everyone here. James? I see that Triumph is here. Triumph, thank you for joining. And Triumph has been one of the creators of the course itself. Triumph, do you want to come on and say a few words?
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Hans, for this great opportunity. Just to maybe add voices to what my friends, Kinlo Ephraim, Mohammed have said. I think this platform is a very wonderful platform, given that it comprises of scholars all over the world that have passed through Open Dreams and that have actually felt the impact of Open Dreams. I actually remember like working together. I really saw people put a lot of passion, especially Mohammed and Kilo FM who here on this call. It was a really wonderful moment as we're like, what if, if we can extend this to as many people as possible? I remember myself, I'm from the southwest region of Cameroon. And when I joined Open Gyms, we never had a center. We never had a center in the southwest at that time. And I was one of the people that really was trying to make sure that we have a center, but it was kind of difficult because there was lack of access. And I knew many people that were like, oh, if only Open Gyms were around us, we would have maybe been attending some programs, we would have learned how to write essays, how to work better on our applications. So when I finally had the opportunity to move to the central region in Yaoundé, immersed in the very great community. Now this platform, this idea that Hans brought to us, so I think was really a brilliant one, because now not only other regions of Cameroon, but right now, if there are students around the world in Africa who are like, how do we go about this application process? I think they'll be able to like use this platform, use the knowledge and resources to be able to make a change for them, for their own selves. So I really encourage everyone. Right now, some of us like Mohammed and I, we're actually now in the US, and it is thanks to the brilliant mentorship from scholars who have helped us reach this level. And it is those very scholars and us that have not joined to create this platform. So I really cannot say how valuable this is, because it has so much value that I cannot really quantify. So I encourage anyone that is thinking, what are we going to do? And plus again, there's a voucher for it. So if you are thinking, maybe I want to improve on my Duolingo score, and you are thinking I cannot really pay $100 to do that, there's a voucher for that. And I think this is a great idea that I look forward to as many students using the opportunity. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Well, thank you, Triumph. And Triumph, as a testament to his name, has been, a true triumph here in really getting into Dartmouth University and really being such a model example of a scholar who has made the most of his opportunities and made the most of the resources that were available to him. And I know each one of us has different backgrounds. We come from different places and journeys. And so what we hope is that it doesn't matter where you're coming from. It really matters, where you're going, and that really starts with yourself. We'll do everything that we can to help you along those journeys, but you really, it should be taking it on yourself to really excel and meet your goals that you have in life. I'm going to come back to James. James, are you back on, and can you say a few words?
Yes, thank you so much, Hans. My computer just kind of got frozen at some point, even though I was getting the voice, but I could not have any control over the icons. Yes, as we are getting into this project today, shooting for the moon, a lot of thoughts are crossing my mind. I think of a world where when we used to go to school and then we close during the holidays, I feel like the 3-month holiday is a waste of opportunity, a waste of time. I feel like I wish I could take control of my own learning. And Project Moon is such a great example. Trump, who just spoke a while ago, actually spent over a year at the Open Dream Center in Yaoundé. Within that year, Triumph took on several online courses. It is the same thing that Mohammed did. I remember the African Leadership Academy reached out to us. There was a program for about 6 weeks that had to cost about $3,000, and they asked us to nominate 4 students for that. Triumph was one of those students that we nominated. We were impressed at the level of engagement, and not just the engagement, For the time he spent at the Open Learning Center attending online courses, we could see the transformation in him from a very naive person who came to the Open Learning Center to somebody gaining critical skills relevant for today's success. And these are the great advantages of Project Moon, because when you get online, you select where you feel like you need knowledge in, you need an area of, you need to strengthen your capabilities in that area, and you focus on that learning. We have come of age at the time that technology is in our hands, but then too many people spend much of that time on the technology doing things that are not relevant. Some people spend the whole time on Facebook, on Instagram, on social media pages, just watching stars and things that don't add direct value to your life. But then focusing on content like this Project Moon that is geared towards building your future. You're learning a language, you're learning math, you're learning coding, you're learning skills that help improve on who you are, help make you a lot more competitive. In fact, global competencies that help you to adapt to any field anywhere, especially in the US. Getting these things delivered at your convenience within the comfort of your home. All you need is a good phone or a good computer, an internet, and you're good to go. With these ones, there is no excuse anymore to fail. Like it goes on in the Open Learning Center, we are the generation that cannot and must not fail. With all these tools, the person who succeeds at the end of the day is the one who makes very good use of this. I'll quote a statement from Kalis Vishiti, who is also one of the leading Open Dreams scholars. She spent about 3 years at Open Dreams. By the time she was leaving Open Dreams to go for her scholarship program, I felt like Open Dreams needed to give her a degree certificate because she had taken a whole lot of courses, a whole lot of programs, and had grown professionally. In the US college system, they will call those ones credits that they add directly to your course. And they put all of these together. It is the same thing with this. So at Open Dreams, the more you take advantage of all these opportunities, the more you find yourself growing, the more you find yourself, getting to the world of your dreams. And that's why Project Moon is so important for us today. And I believe everybody, there should just be no excuse not to take advantage and get all the skills for the scholarships that we are looking into. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. James. Fearless leader and always words of inspiration. So thank you so much for joining from Maryland. And yes, as James said, this is really a journey to the moon, and we want to give you the rocket ship. But at the end of the day, you have to build it, and you have to fuel your own fire. This is not an easy solution. It's not. There's no band-aid or there's no shortcut to really realizing your own dream. And so, thank you, for believing in yourself and taking that investment in yourself. And that's really how we view this curriculum and really Open Dreams in general is, we're going to do everything that we're capable of to give you the opportunities to succeed. But at the end of the day, you have to believe in yourself and you have to take the onus and of hard work, dedication, determination, and then also creativity. And there's a lot of other good things and other good skills you need along the way. And so again, we love questions. We will entertain questions if you have them. But I think I'll give you one last chance here. And Kinlo Muhammad, if you want to say any closing words, feel free to do so. Let's go ahead and come on. Okay. No, yeah, if there's Muhammad. Here he goes.
Sorry. So yeah, I think everything has been said, or like everything has been said by the so amazing speakers. Triumph, Mr. Akaba, everybody. So thank you so much for attending, of course. And then as we said about the Project Moon, about the course, it's self-paced. So you follow the course, you follow up with the courses as you can, like depending on your schedule, depending on how much time you have for the course. And then, as I earlier said, whatever questions you encounter, you can always drop the questions in the group, and someone will be there to assist you. People will be there to assist you to reply to your questions. There is also a comment section on the platform where you can send your questions, and they will come directly to the administrative part of the site. So we really hope that this platform will help you. And then, yeah, I think that's just what I wanted to add. So we wish you all the best in your path, and then you should know, as Sir Hans earlier said, going through the platform is not a guarantee, but I think how much effort you put in, and at the end of the day, you would get out of this course, not as the person that started the course. So you definitely learn something, and you'll be a better person, or a better, like, more educated person as far as this scholarship process and scholarship process and application is concerned. So once again, we wish you all the best. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you for making the time and being with us here today. And with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up. And I think we really said everything that we wanted to say. Again, the key is in your hands. You have the key to unlock your own door, and whatever path that takes. We encourage you to go ahead and do that. So, Open Dreams, at the end of the day, we are a family. We do want to see each and everyone reach their fullest potential. And that's, the most gratifying thing to see, having over the last 10 years, see a lot of people come through our program and really do that. So some of whom you've actually heard today. So all that being said, we wish you the best of success in your journey to the moon, and may you land among the stars. Reach out to us if you need anything. All right. Have a good rest of your day, and thank you everyone for joining and watching the recording if you have, and best of luck.
Thank you so much.